Welcome back, decoders, to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody. Today is December 26th, 2025. Welcome to the live stream. Please leave me a thumbs up in the live stream chat if the sound is working, just so we can get the sound check out of the way. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and great couple days. It's been a few days since I've been on, taking a break and just enjoying time. And yeah, thank you, Coffee Girl, for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Much love to you. So the sound is working. That's good. But yeah, I hope everyone is well out there today and sending lots of love and blessings to you all during this time of the year. Today's decode is, well, there's a lot of different angles I'm going to have to talk about in this decode. So don't don't be surprised if I'm jumping around a lot, but we're going to have a lot of different things to talk about. Decoding Our Reality is in the chat. Much love to you, brother. Also, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He's been putting out some very good content, and this is his channel, Decoding Our Reality. So yeah, another great decoder to check out if you guys are looking for other decoders. What else? We got Susan in here. We have Average American. Hello. We have Dark Knight. We have XX. We have Sandra. Hello. Susie Q. Hello to you. Yeah, hello to everyone. And again, hope you guys all had a great Christmas. Oh, and we got another one in the chat. Migu 196, otherwise known as Gematria Book. A great decoder, and make sure you guys go check out his channel as well. If you want to plop your channels in the chat, guys, feel free, both to you, Migu, and also to Decoding Our Reality. Both you guys can pop your channels in the chat if you'd like, so people can find you. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys go subscribe to all the great channels. I should put out another post in the next couple of days of all the channels that I recommend. Yeah, Dr. Savage. Hopefully going to get Dr. Savage on a stream here soon. And I've been on the stream with the Illusion multiple times. So yeah, other great channels to subscribe to as well. Anyways, let's first start out with the premise of this decode. There's a couple different things I want to talk about here. The first one is going to be it's going to be more focused on events, possible events going from 2025 to 2026. And it all seems to connect to bridges. And if, again, to Migu, he's been on the bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge theme for a long time. So we're going to look at that, but we're also going to look at the esoteric and deeper meaning behind the Stranger Things series. And in case you guys are wondering, why am I talking about this? Well, just so you guys can understand, the Stranger Things is, of course, a Netflix series by the Duffer Brothers. And it's all about the upside down. And in fact, I'm noticing something here that I missed or that I didn't know already. And that's that some of these episodes were actually released on the Golden Gate Bridge anniversary opening. So right there, guys, wait till you guys see what happens in this show and how it connects to the Golden Gate Bridge and how it connects to bridges in general. But May 27th was the release date of one of these. In 2022, they released it on May 27th. Well, that is the Golden Gate Bridge, the day it opened to pedestrians. So I didn't know that. So we'll have to come back to that and maybe try to do some date measurements with that date. But yeah, that's interesting. So this show started in 2016, and It's about the upside down, okay? It's about a world. It takes place in Indiana, which is interesting because I've been talking about Indianapolis all year. But yeah, it's about an upside down world of, and we don't really find out what happens until just recently. So there's a lot of different things. The premise of this show, though, is that in the beginning of the show, a kid named Will Byers disappears into the upside down. The first episode is called The Vanishing of Will Byers. And I'm going to talk later about what this really means esoterically. This is so his name is Will, okay? Will. And when you think of will, you think of someone's will or God's will, okay? And Aleister Crowley, the famous esoteric occultist, he was big on the word will. In fact, one of his big sayings was, what was it? Love above will or something like that. I'll have to go back to that in a minute. But anyway, Aleister Crowley was huge on will. And we're going to talk about why they named the main character Will. Now, he's the one that causes this whole, well, not necessarily causes it, but he's the one that starts the whole series into, and he's played by Noah Schnapp or Noah Schnapp. I don't know how to say that exactly. But this guy has a Jewish background, which I'm not saying is necessarily a bad thing. I'm just saying he is Jewish. But yeah, there's so much to talk about here, guys, and so much mind-blowing things. But I want you guys to notice the actor who plays Will Byers in this show. He made his acting debut by portraying Charlie Brown. So I want you guys to understand why that's important. Charlie Brown, what has happened in this year? We had Charlie Kirk, right? We had Charlies everywhere. You know, if you guys have been following my work, all year it's been Charlies and Charles, and so this actor, right? His first role was Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown is known for Christmas stuff, right? You have Charlie Brown's Christmas, and it's no coincidence in my mind that the most recent episodes of Stranger Things were released on Christmas just yesterday, okay? So here we go. December 25th, 2025, Christmas was the 3 episodes released. The first one called Shock Jock. Okay, interesting. And then the next one is Escape from Kamazats. Okay. But the last one, okay, this is the big one. So look at this. The last episode of the 3 released on Christmas yesterday. Look what it's called, guys. The Bridge. Okay, now how many times have I talked about bridges? I mean, and Migu and a lot of people have talked about the Golden Gate Bridge. But again, shout out to Gematria Book, his channel. He was really the pioneer of that, to be honest. But guys, the name of the show is The Bridge, okay? It doesn't get any more obvious than this. I'm telling you, it doesn't get any more in your face. But why is it named The Bridge? Okay, we're going to kind of look into this and try to figure out why this is The Bridge. What's the bridge mean in the show? What does it mean for our world, in the real world? Like, and the last episode is going to come out on the last day of the year, guys, December 31st. Okay, it's going to be the bridge to the new year. Okay, they're doing this purposely. They want to be symbolically showing you the bridge from 2025, okay, into 2026. This is the bridge. I'm going to start calling this the bridge year because the 2025, the New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day, 2026, they're symbolically setting this up to be a changing point, a bridge to a new world. And this is going to take us to the next, part of wherever this world is going. Okay, I'm telling you, why are they releasing this episode, The Right Side Up? Because this is the name of the last episode. And the right side up is super symbolic, guys. The whole show is about the upside down, right? But the last episode is called The Right Side Up. And again, let's quickly dive into Will Byers, and let's show you the first thing that matters, okay? Before we even dive into anything else. Let's look up Will Byers, okay? The actor who plays Will Byers is Noah. Okay, I want you guys to understand why his name is also Noah. Okay, what do you guys think of when you think of course, the name Noah? Okay, you think of water, you think of the flood, you think of a reset. So a bridge to a new world, a resetting or coming into a new world, the bridge. Okay, and his name is Noah, guys. His name is Noah. This is super symbolic. Now, Netflix also just released a show called The Flood. So check this out. Look at this. This is a Netflix show. It's titled The Great Flood. Okay, so we have the Stranger Things series, which features Noah, okay? And we have at the same time, right before this, the Netflix show, The Great Flood, okay? Noah and the flood, the reset, okay? Everyone's walking around this year talking about the number 67, right? And again, why are they walking around talking about the number 67? I think it's because it's the reset, okay? 67 is the gematria of reset, okay? And also water. And look at this. Sean, Widow's son, is in the chat right now. Look at what he's saying, guys. I'm currently driving through an LA flood. Pray for me. Yeah, guys, that was my next point. Sean, I'm praying for you, brother. I hope that you get home safe and that everything ends up being. I know that the flood is happening there, but let's think about this, guys. The Great Flood just released, and then Noah, the star of Stranger Things, Noah and the flood, and now let's look, California floods. California floods. I mean, you guys have probably seen or heard of this by now. But look at this, and Sean, maybe you can give us a firsthand look into how it is there. But obviously, he's saying that he's driving through a flood. He's saying to pray for him. So, I mean, guys, how many floods have we had recently? I just did decodes on Phillip Rivers, and Washington State was flooding, and now California is being hit with floods. We started out the year with fire in California, and now we're ending the year with water, okay? Fire and water, elements, okay? I mean, we start the year with fire. Remember the LA fires? And now the end of the year is featuring floods, right? It's just like how perfect, right? And yeah, we're going to talk about, shout out again to Migu, we're going to talk about the Golden Gate Bridge connection, because San Francisco is also flooding, and San Francisco also just had a power outage, guys. I'm telling you, things are getting ready to, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen necessarily, but things are getting, I mean, with all the weather stuff, yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. I'm kind of overwhelmed with everything I want to talk about. But yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge, yeah, we're that 345. We're going to talk about that for sure. Where did he say that other thing here? Yeah, so yeah, it's the first episode to the last episode is 345. Well, actually, the last episode is not the 25th of December, but from the first episode to the last Christmas episodes yesterday was 345, which is the gematria of the Golden Gate Bridge. Well, let me just show you. Golden Gate Bridge equals 346, right? One off from 345, but the Golden Gate Bridge also equals 345. Okay. And again, if you measure from the first episodes, the first episodes were in 2016 on July 16th or July 15th. And if you measure from that to yesterday's episodes on Christmas, it was 3450 days, 345, right? 345, like the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, what was the title of the last episode that was released yesterday? It was called The Bridge. Okay. I mean, wow. I mean, are you kidding me? The Bridge episode is released 345 days after the first episodes, and that is the gematria of the Golden Gate Bridge. And this number is going to be important here as we go forward. The 459, the Golden Gate Bridge, right? Because the main character of this show is Vecna. He's the evil guy, right? Well, let's see what Vecna equals. Notice how Vecna, let me just type in this, okay? 45 and 459. So look at this, guys. We have this bridge stuff, right? The evil guy in the show is Vecna. Vecna. 45, like bridge, okay? Vecna 45, bridge 45. Vecna equals 459, the Golden Gate Bridge, 459. Notice how the Golden Gate also equals 45. So we're going to get back to this number in a little bit. I'm going to show you how this is perfectly aligned with the guy who plays Vecna, Jamie Campbell Bower, okay? In fact, let's just do a quick date. Let's just do this now. I'm kind of out of order here, actually. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping in order. But let's measure from the birthday of Vecna. In case you guys don't know who Vecna is, let me just show you Vecna. This is the guy who plays him. So here's the evil, character from the show, Vecna, right? He's played by Jamie Campbell Bower, okay? So let's go from Vecna, his birthday, right? Look at the guy's birthday, November 22nd, the death date of JFK, 1988. Okay, let's just do that. November 22nd, 1988. That's the birthday of Vecna, right? Let's just go there. And let's go to the last episode. Now, guys, I want you guys to understand how crazy this is as I pull this up, because I just showed you that the number that connects Vecna and the Golden Gate Bridge is the 459. Okay? Vecna, 459, the Golden Gate Bridge, 459, okay? Now, the guy who plays Vecna, how old is he going to be on... I want you guys to focus on the moon phases. We're going to measure with the moon here. Look at this. Look how old Vecna is going to be on the last episode. 458 lunar phases and 27 days old. But I want you guys to pay attention when I click to the new year, when I bridge, when I go from one year to the next year, when I bridge between them, look at what this number becomes. Just watch it. Guys, do you see that? Do you see that? I've been telling you, okay, I haven't really told you this. My theory is this, okay? Everything is about the transition between we're crossing a line, guys. We're crossing a border. We're bridging the gap. We are going from the last day of this year to the next year. This is the theory here. This is the theme of this. This is why they are releasing the last episode on the last day of the year. Look at this. As soon as you bridge to the next year, you get 459 lunar phases exactly, guys. Bridging from the old year to the new year, okay? Just watch, see? This is huge. This is huge, guys, because what is the gematria of Vecna? I measured from Vecna's birthday, okay? This is Vecna, the guy who plays Vecna, right? And I get this number, okay? Which goes with the Golden Gate Bridge. This is the theme, guys. Why is the last episode before this called The Bridge, okay? Now let's go to the episode. And let's go to this scene. Again, guys, I wasn't able to screenshot this, but this is a scene in the movie in chapter 7. I'm just going to make it full screen here. You guys can see I took this screenshot from Netflix, and it's one of the scenes where 11, the girl with the powers, right? She's talking to Kali. Okay, who's Kali? First of all, I need to say this first. Who is Kali? Okay, so in the show Stranger Things, the other girl with powers is Kali, okay? This is her. Now, why is this so concerning? Because do you guys know who Kali is? Let's just take away the Stranger Things and let's see who the real Kali is. So this is Kali, the goddess. Kali is a major Hindu goddess of time, death, and destruction. Guys, destruction, okay? In this scene, 11 is talking to Kali, and this is what she says, guys. The episode is called The Bridge, and look at what she says to Kali, the destroyer. Look at this. I was thinking when we blow up the bridge. That's her words in the show, guys. Again, she's talking to Kali, the goddess of destruction. Do I need to be any more? Does there need to be any more obvious predictive programming than that? Again, I know you guys can't see it because, again, YouTube, Netflix will not let you take a screenshot. Well, they will not let you take a screenshot of the actual episode. So I just had to take a screenshot of what she was saying, okay? Yeah, California, right? California. Perfect. So think about this, guys. She's talking to the goddess of destruction. It's just so clear, okay? And again, how does this connect? Again, who's Kali in the show? It's this girl. And again, 11 is the one who starts the bridge in the first place, okay? So 11, like 9/11, like 6/11, like all these 11s, right? So how crazy, guys? Let me know in the chat if you guys think that's pretty interesting. That's crazy. In the show, they're talking about blowing up a bridge. Come on. Like they're talking about blowing up a bridge. And I just showed you that from the evil actor in the show, from his birth to the beginning of the new year is 459 lunar phases exactly, which is the gematria of the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay. Like, come on now. Now, this show, see if I can find it here. So this show, this series this year, the last season, which we're watching now, I'm talking about now, it takes place in 1987. Now, why is 1987 so connected to the Golden Gate Bridge? Well, let's look. In 1987, it was the 50th anniversary of the Golden Gate Bridge, kind of like how San Francisco equals 50. And look at what happened. On May 24th, 1987, the same year as this Stranger Things series is taking place right now, 300,000 people gathered to walk across San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge in a 50th anniversary. The turnout was so massive, the bridge visibly bowed under the weight of the crowd. Key word here, bowed. What's the name of Vecna, the evil guy? Bauer. Very close, guys. Hold on. The last name of the guy is Bauer. It's Bauer, right? But it looks a lot like the word bow. Okay. And again, what are the odds? Because Vecna equals the Golden Gate Bridge. So this whole show takes place in 1987. This is the year where the bridge was bowed by people standing on. I mean, look at that. Let's just go back again so you guys can see. I mean, look at it, guys. The bridge normally has a bow to it, and because so many people were on it, it was, you know, it's just crazy, guys. I mean, you're talking about the show. I mean, they're literally telling you that they're calling the episode The Bridge, right? They're talking about blowing up a bridge in the show with the goddess of destruction. And this is all happening in 1987, which is the year that the bridge was bowed, right? The Golden Gate Bridge, that is. I'm a little bit unorganized, guys, so forgive me for that. But the point here is you have this narrative of the bridge. Now, just to talk more about the upside down, right? The upside down is a dark, decaying parallel dimension that mirrors the real world. Okay? So that's the upside down. Now, at the beginning of this show, we don't know what that really is. We don't know how it came to be, right? But we know that 11, well, first of all, let's look at this. Discoveries in season 4 and 5 reveal that the upside down is frozen in time on November 6th, 1983. So let's go to the date, November 6th, 1983. What happened that day? Well, the exact day that 11 opened the first permanent gate. Okay, so we're talking about a bridge, right? She was just in the episode. 11 is just talking to Kali in the bridge episode, and she's saying we're going to blow up the bridge, right? But it was 11, the same girl, who opened the gate. And that's when Will Byers went missing. Okay? So she opened the gate, and she's talking about the bridge being blown up. I mean, what do you think of when you hear the word bridge and gate? The Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, it's clearly what this is the theme. So she opens up the gate November 6, 1983. Now, what is November 6? What is that? November 6, 1983. That's the day this all starts. I want you guys to look at this date, right? What is this? What is this whole show about? It's about the upside down, right? Now, I want you guys to notice that upside down equals 50. I was just talking about the 50th anniversary of the Golden Gate Bridge where it was bowed, right? San Francisco equals 50. Okay, so both San Francisco 50. That's a good one by Migu. I'm glad you're here. Look at this, guys. So Migu is saying that, you know what's interesting? In your screen, you have Dr. K, played by Linda Hamilton. She was in the Terminator movies. Wait, guys, the Terminator movies. The Terminator movie, well, Judgment Day is where the bridge gets blown up. But to finish what Migu said here, the show is is Dr. K. Dr. K. Linda Hamilton has the same birthday as Saint Francis of Assisi. Wow, this is huge, guys. Big find. She's born 775 years after Saint Francis of Assisi. 11 equals 775. And she's the one that's after 11 in the show. Wow. Okay, so I gotta bring this up while we're on this. So who is Dr. K, first of all, just so we can, and K is the 11th letter, right? I mean, come on. K is the 11th letter. So here's Dr. K. She is the evil scientist who's chasing 11 for her powers. But her name is Dr. K. Okay, let me remove the comments. K is the 11th letter, as I mentioned. Now, she's played by Linda Hamilton. And as he pointed out, Linda Hamilton was in the, well, she was, first of all, okay, she has the same birthday as Saint Francis of Assisi. Who's Saint Francis of Assisi? Let me just pull him up. Saint Francis of Assisi. Wait, the same birthday as, hold on. Maybe I misread that. Yeah, let's see. What's his birthday? I gotta find his actual birthday here so you guys can see it. Yeah, right here. Saint Francis of Assisi equals, or sorry, not equals. His birthday is September 26th. Now, when is Linda Hamilton's birthday? September 26th. And as mentioned, if you go from Saint Francis of Assisi in 1181, let's just measure. I know that's a long way to measure. Man, I'm going to have to pull up another tab here maybe. Hold on. Let me just go 1181. When was Linda Hamilton born? 1956. So again, if you go from St. Francis of Assisi to the birth of Linda Hamilton, 775 years, guys, between St. Francis of Assisi and Linda Hamilton. 775 years, exactly. Now look at this. As he mentioned, 11 equals 775. The whole show, it features Linda Hamilton's character, whose name is Dr. K, like K is the 11th letter, and she's chasing the girl 11. Okay, wow. This is also the gematria of Jordan, as I know he's mentioned many times. Also the gematria of love equals 775. So that this just a few additions. But anyway, the point is, huge connection there. So anyway, Linda Hamilton was in the Terminator movies. I don't believe that she was in the Terminator movie where the bridge is destroyed, because I believe the bridge, Terminator movie where bridge is destroyed. Ugh. I just don't believe I only have 150 people out of my 15,000 subs. Like only 150 people are interested in possibly the next 9/11 event. Just wait till if something like this happens, guys. I'm not saying it that everything's 100% ever will happen, but okay, but in the Terminator movie, they show this. Now Linda Hamilton is not in this movie as far as I'm aware. She's in the earlier ones. But again, it's clearly connected. You know, the Terminator movies has one of those movies has the bridge getting destroyed. Okay. Now, yeah, Terminator Genesis. Genesis, guys, the beginning. Like, Terminator Genesis. Let's see what that equals. Nothing I want to talk about right now. The point, what I should say with is that like the Golden Gate Bridge connection and Linda Hamilton. So yeah, great connection to add to this. St. Francis of Assisi. Let's just see. June 22nd, July 1st. We'll come back to that later. Let's keep going with the other stuff. So November 6th, 1983. That's the day that 11 starts this whole thing, right? I'm trying to keep up with everyone's comments and then remember everything that I have to say. So I apologize, guys, if I missed some stuff. All right, so November 6th. The thing I want you guys to notice here is a few things, right? November 6th is 11/6, right? What is that? That's the upside down 11/9, okay? Now look at how interesting this date is. Why did they choose this date in the show for this all to start, right? Well, it's probably because of this. The date is 11/6, right? 11/6. But the numerology for that date is 11 plus 6 plus 19 plus 83, which is 119. So look at how this day is all about upside downs. Look, it's the 11/6 date. You flip the 6 upside down, you get 11/9. Okay, this is your 9/11 code. This is the upside down of that. Okay, this is why I believe they chose this date. This is a perfect day to represent the upside down. Not to mention 9/11, the towers went down, right? Solomon's Temple, all connected to that 9/11 code. But yeah, that's a huge connection right there. And San Francisco, if you go to the Francis Bacon cipher, which I've proven many times is relevant, I believe San Francisco. Yeah, check this out, guys. San Francisco has that 116 gematria. Okay, that's the date 11/6. Okay. And Pope Francis, I believe, also, who just died this year, right before the 88th anniversary, Pope Francis, 116. Okay. San Francisco, St. Francis of Assisi. So there's that connection. Now let's do something big here, and let's take. So the day that the bridge was filled up in 1987 and it got bowed, right? Well, let's go from that day to the birth of Millie Bobby Brown. We just had the Brown shooting. Okay, her name is Millie Bobby Brown. But let's go from the bridge getting sunken by all the people to the birth of 11 in the show, right? Millie Bobby Brown. Let's see what the date is. Look at this. Wow. Guys, I just showed you that this whole show starts on 6/11 or 11/6, right? Look at the days between the bridge being sunken in San Francisco, which equals 116. I just showed you that in the same cipher as Pope Francis, to the birth of 11. It's 116 forward and backwards. Wow. So this shows us, once again, that it's connecting to this year. Remember, this bridge episode takes place in 1987. As a matter of fact, I believe that the bridge episode, let's just do a quick Google search. Let's just do a quick Google search. Does the Stranger Things episode The Bridge take place on November 6th, 1987? It's around that date, guys. Okay, so it's 1987. It's somewhere in November 1987. Okay, so it's pretty close. It's still the same year as the bridge, where the bridge was filled up with people, right? And again, this is to celebrate the 50th year. And again, upside down, which is all what this show is about, right? Upside down equals 50. Like San Francisco. This also connects to Washington State, I believe, right? But another girl in the show that's super important this year is Holly Wheeler. She's the one that gets taken into the upside down this year in 1987, and her name equals 50. That's the girl in the show. Isn't it interesting, too, that this show has a girl named Holly in it as the main character? And the episodes were released on Christmas, like Holly Jolly Christmas, right? Another joke. But yeah, guys, absolutely insane. From the bridge being sunken by the people to the birth of 11, 6/11/6. Okay. Now remember, Jurassic Liars has been talking about the 6/11 date for so long. Perhaps this is another clue. But yeah, that's a big one, guys. A huge clue. Oh, guys, she's born on the 50th day of the year. Oh my goodness, I missed this. Guys, that's so big. Guys, I just told you this was the 50th anniversary of the bridge. 50 years. Look. And then you go forward to this girl's birth, Millie Bobby Brown. Not only is it 6/11/6, it's 50. She's born on the 50th day of the year. Wow. The upside down 50. And think about how, again, San Francisco, if I can spell it here, hold on, equals 50, right? Just bring it up again. Remember my decode from a few days ago. I told you the blackout that hit San Francisco a few days ago. And think about it, guys. While this is happening, while this show is being released, you have a blackout in San Francisco, and then you had a flood, okay? Yeah, the 50 year is a huge thing. It's the Jubilee, right? But yeah, and 1275 is the 50th triangular number. Thank you to Casey Jones for that one. I just remembered that. 1275 is going to be the Super Bowl lunation. Jesus Christ equals 1275. All right, so again, this girl, perfectly aligned. She's born on 2/19. I believe California equals 2/19. It sure does. So look at that, guys. California, 2/19. That's her birthday. So that also points to that same kind of theme. And again, she's the one who says, right here, this is Millie Bobby Brown right here in the show, the girl I just connected. She says this: I was thinking when we blow up the bridge, will blow up Dr. K's lab. I mean, she literally says it in the show, guys. She says, when we blow up the bridge. And I just connected her to the Golden Gate Bridge. So, anyway, that's now let's get to the big part, right? We got to go back. We got to circle back. We got to go back to Noah Schnapp, right? So, Noah, he is the guy who gets taken into the upside down. Look at this. He was in a bridge of spies. I just now saw this. Are you kidding me? This actor, I just noticed this. He was in Steven Spielberg's movie called Bridge of Spies. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I was literally just, oh my. There's a lot I could say about this 134. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to him. There's so many different things you could say here. Bridge of Spies. Excuse me, guys. Anyways, let's go from this guy's birth, October 3rd, 2004. Again, he's the one who gets taken into the upside down that starts the whole show, and he becomes kind of like the one that's connected to the upside down, right? And again, I've shown this already, but this is so big. If you go from the last day, or if you go from his birth to the last episode, it's 7759 days. That's how old he's going to be on the last episode, okay? Which is titled The Right Side Up. Now let us type in. Actually, I'm not going to even type it in. I'm just going to type in these numbers. I'm going to show you. So check this out, guys. Look how old Mr. Upside Down is going to be on the last episode. 985 prime. He's going to be 7759 days old. The 985th prime. And what is the gematria of the last episode where he'll be that age? It's called the right side up. Okay, what's that equal? It equals 685. So he will be 985 prime days, like Jesus equals 985. But the name of his episode that he'll be starring in on that day is equals 685. This is the upside down. Okay, how this still amazes me. This is one of my favorite finds I've ever made, guys. This whole thing is so perfectly symbolic. This is not just taking a number. This is using numbers as an art right here. This is an art, man. Look at that. That is the upside down of his age, which is, again, here's his age, right? 985. And that's his upside down. That's the name of the episode, okay? And remember, again, he is the one who starts the whole thing by getting taken into the upside down. And why does this all end on the end of this year? What is so important? Why is the transition so important between this year and next year? Something big about this year and next year. Now, so guys, just remember this throughout the whole decode. This is the biggest part of this whole decode. Like, and don't forget, Washington also equals 985. There's a whole theme here with Washington, Because yesterday, right before they released the new episodes of Stranger Things, the Washington Commanders were playing on Netflix. And they lost. And you'll never believe what the announcer said. After the Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Commanders, the announcer was speaking about the Cowboys, and this is what he said, guys. I should have downloaded the video. He said, "The beast in me." And then, after he said "the beast in me," they fed steaks with a mark on the Netflix mark on them to the Cowboys players. Did you guys hear what I just said? Man, I wish I would have downloaded these videos for you guys to see. What I heard, I'm going to have to upload a video of this because you guys need to see what happened. It's so blatantly obvious, guys. I know it doesn't make sense without me being able to show you the video. Man. First of all, Netflix steaks, Cowboys. All right, so look, they have a brand. When I say a brand, I mean a mark. You guys see this? Look at the steak with the brand on it. They branded a mark onto it. And again, what happened guys, if anyone has Netflix, go to Netflix, watch the end of the Cowboys game, listen to the announcer say, "The beast in me." He says, "The beast in me," for no purpose at all. He just randomly starts talking and then randomly says the phrase, "The beast in me." And then they gave them steaks with a mark on them. Okay, meat, flesh with a mark. I mean, and then they debuted the episodes of Stranger Things. Okay, so I'm talking about Stranger Things, but this happened right before that. Like, you guys, I'm going to release a video tomorrow of just these two recordings of the announcer saying this and the steak thing, because people need to see this. This is absolutely ridiculous. There was no reason he ever needed to say "the beast in me." He just said it randomly. And then he fed him a steak with a mark. So I don't know. I mean, you tell me what that means. On Christmas, no less. Yeah, but I guess maybe in the next days I'll release this and I'll show you guys what was said. I'll just make a quick video. Guys, if I do release that, please share that video because it's crazy what they said. But that's not the point of this decode, I guess. The point was, what else am I missing here? Man, so much to talk about. So little time. Migu says that the Cowboys' Dak Prescott is connected to the Golden Gate Bridge. Dak Prescott, the 135th pick, born on 297. Golden Gate Bridge equals 135 and 297. Wow. Okay, so Dak Prescott, the Cowboys guy. Yeah, and Sean's been from Widow's Son. He's been talking about how the U.S. is 13-17. Yeah, we got to talk about this. So all this happened yesterday. Was the U.S. was 13-17 weeks old. Look at this. Revelation 13-17. Guys, wow, this didn't click until just now. They did this on the mark. Look Look how old the United States was. Look how old the United States was. Yesterday, when they fed the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, the steaks with the mark, and he said, the beast in me. The United States was 13, 17 weeks exactly. What's Revelation 13:17 say? Without the mark of the name of the beast or the number of its name, it was impossible to buy or sell. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wake up. Wake up, guys. Guys, I need to do a standalone video about this. I need to do a standalone video about this, just about this, because that is, guys, that means, again, that means the last day of the year is 1318. Guys, the new year is 1318 weeks after the United States was founded. You guys know what that verse means, right? About the 666 and the mark of the beast? That's 9/11, 26 days. From the United States founded to the very first day of the 2026 is 9/11, 26 days. Also 1318 weeks. I cannot believe this. Oh my, I cannot believe this. What's the odds if you go from the last day of the year, it's 9/11/25, like the date, right? 9/11/25. If you go to the next day, the new year, the bridge, it's 9/11/26. Guys, the upside down of 9/11/26 is 6/11/26, the start of the World Cup in the United States. Is something going to happen on the World Cup on 6/11/26? The upside down? But again, Revelation 13:17, without the mark of the name of the beast or the number of its name, it was impossible to buy or sell anything. That's how old the United States was on the release of the new Stranger Things. And look at the days, guys. Not only was it 1317 days, like the verse 1317, look at the days. 911, it's 9/11 forward and backwards, guys. That's how many days the United States was yesterday on Christmas. 9/11, it's 9/11 forward and backwards. So if you, again, you guys got to see these videos. Are you guys patient enough with me for me to download these videos quickly and so you guys can hear them? Let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys are going to be patient enough with me on the live stream. If I can send them to my Canva and I can show them to you guys, because you guys need to see this. Okay, people are already giving thumbs up. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this live because you guys need to see what happened yesterday on Netflix. You guys are not going to believe when you hear All right, just give me a second. Sorry, guys. One second. Hold on. I've got to send 2 videos to my email, and then I've got to download them. So it might take a second. I hope these videos aren't too large. I totally forgot to do this before the stream. And man, I wish I would have remembered that. All right. So let's go over to my Canva. Actually, I'm going to do this in the back 1 second. Apparently it's not going to work. Okay, man. All right, well, it's not working, guys, but I got 199 of you in here, and I don't want to make 199 people just wait around. Let me try another way. Let's see. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it on here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be easy. But okay, I'll release a video and I'll show you these guys, these what happened. Again, the announcer says that there's a beast in me, and then they eat the steaks with the mark. Okay. So that happens yesterday when the United States was 13, 17 weeks old. It was America's team. Right? 13, 17 is about the mark. They're eating the steaks with the mark. And he says to the guy, it's a fit for a king. Reminds me of Jurassic Liars always talking about Elvis being the Satan, and think about it, guys. He's wearing a Santa Claus outfit. Satan, Santa. I cannot believe this, man. This is so crazy. Eating a branded steak with a Santa Claus outfit on the day the United States is 13, 17 weeks old, which is the mark. Right after the announcer says, the beast in me, the Cowboys are the beast in me. It's all Dallas. Anyway, I'll leave it. I'll leave that there for now. But yeah, it's wow. I mean, I'm almost speechless. Let's see. So we got this. We got the bridge. There's probably more with the bridge. But about 4 or 5 months ago or 6 months ago, I did a video on Stranger Things, and I told you guys I had a hunch that Stranger Things. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper here. Instead of talking about the mark of the beast actually, let's talk about the mark for a second. Before we get to that, look at the oh, I forgot this, guys. Look at this. The entire series of Stranger Things, it's going to run for exactly 117 moon phases. Look at this. Exactly 117. Bridge equals 117 in multiple ciphers, right? And the series is going to last for exactly 117. But not only that, it's going to last for 3, 4, 5, 6 days. The show, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of like a count up. But what stands out to me here is the 3, 4, 5, right? 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, right? 346 456. Okay, so just stay with me here. Stay with me here. Three, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6. So look at this. 3, 4, 6 is the gematria of Golden Gate Bridge, right? In Jewish, Latin. The Golden Gate Bridge equals 3, 4, 5. Now, what's the days of the show? It's 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys see how perfect that is? The two gematrias of the Golden Gate Bridge and Golden Gate Bridge is 3, 4, 5 and 3, 4, 6, right? Well, that just happens to be the numbers of how long the show lasted, is going to last. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now check out the gematria of the mark. 4, 5, 6, which again is in this number. 4, 5, 6. Do you guys remember the other Netflix show called Squid Game, where the player 456 wins the money? So isn't that interesting that the days of the show lasting is 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Which is the mark. And remember, Ripple, the company, XRP, which I think is going to be connected to the mark, they're based out of San Francisco, and Ripple 4, 5, 6. But check out this. The mark equals 234, 4, 5, 6. So does Ripple. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Something with the count ups. I don't know what this means really, guys. What's up with the count ups? It's not a countdown, it's a count up. But it's clearly something with that, right? Because if you go to the next day of the new year, it's 3, 4, 5, 7, right? You go 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, right? So I don't know exactly what it is with the count ups, but definitely something to it. Another thing to mention here is this last day of the year is super tied to the Golden Gate Bridge because here's the day it opened. May 27th, 1937. So I want you guys to pay attention to this as well. Look, the date numerology of the last day of the year is 88. How perfect. We know how huge that number is, but you don't often get 88 date numerology. But check this out. 12 plus 31 plus 20 plus 25 equals 88. Now, the day the Golden Gate Bridge opened was also 88. 5, 27, 19 plus 37, 88. So wait, the last day of the year has the same date numerology as the day the Golden Gate Bridge opened? Not only that, because it's the last day of the year, the Golden Gate Bridge opened with the day leaving 218 days in the year. And of course, the Golden Gate Bridge will be 88 years, 218 days old. Guys, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect because the two numbers that connect to the Golden Gate Bridge are 218 and 88. And that's how old the Golden Gate Bridge is going to be on the last day of the year, which has 88 date numerology. And let's also go back to the fact that the actor who plays the guy that I showed you before, Noah, is San Francisco not flooding also right now? Like if you click the latest news for San Francisco, oh, look at this news article from a week ago. San Francisco's most controversial bridge is coming down. What's this article? San Francisco locals hate this bridge. For its fans around the world, it's irreplaceable. What is this article? Oh, come on. I didn't even know about this. So they're talking about a bridge coming down, guys. This article was from a week ago. Are you kidding me? San Francisco's bridge to nowhere. Oh my gosh, man. After a day of December rain, the bridge is strewn with trash. San Francisco's most hated bridge. Yeah, guys, I mean, come on now. I didn't even know about this article. I didn't even know anything. And this article was only a week old. So, yeah, maybe I'll look more into that, but I don't want to go off on a huge tangent here. But yeah, going back to San Francisco, how about the flood and Noah? I'm pretty sure San Francisco is getting flooding right now, if I'm not mistaken. California downpours ease, but flood mudslides. 3 dead in catastrophic Christmas flooding. I mean, yeah, it's saying Sacramento, San Diego, and I'm pretty sure San Francisco is one of them. But guys, I mean, the weather is really like going to be a big thing, I guess. Because I mean, I know that there's a bunch of other weather going on. Let me know in the chat how I'm in Germany and there's not a lot of weather going on right now here. It's actually pretty nice here. But what's the weather like where you guys are? I know there's supposed to be a big winter storm. Is anyone getting hit with a winter storm? And how's all the people in California? I know Sean's there. I hope everyone's well. Everyone be safe out there. Can't have any of my decoders getting caught in a flood. That's for sure. It's been raining in the Bay Area, okay? Yeah, I know there's supposed to be a winter storm coming. I think that's supposed to hit like the Midwest though. But I know that California is flooding and all kinds of other things. The sprayers took the day off in Germany, that's for sure. It's been sunny here the last days. Anyway, let me get to my second part of this decode and not drag your guys's. Please hit the like buttons if you guys are enjoying the decode. The next part of this decode. How many of you guys remember my decode from earlier this year, where I talked about Stranger Things, and I talked about the Kabbalistic tree of life, and I said I had a hunch that this whole show was deeply connected to the Kabbalistic tree of life. Okay, does anyone remember that? If you do in the chat, raise your hands. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but because I took the video down actually, so it's not up anymore. But anyway, so I talked about this months ago, and I got confirmation in this episode. Again, this is my thumbnail from like 5 or 6 months ago. This was not made today, guys. This was made 5 or 6 months ago. And this was before I knew about what this show was going to be like. So Da'at. Okay, so I want you guys to focus on the tree of life here, okay? And why do I have this hunch that this is all connected? Well, the guy who stars in this show, he is Jewish, right? Also, the other woman who stars in this show, Winona Ryder, she is her name is Horowitz, okay? And she is also Jewish, Ashkenazi Jewish. So you got two of the main actors, the mother and the son in the show, their actors are Jewish, okay? So I had this hunch, is this connected to Kabbalah? And I showed you guys how Horowitz equals 134. And I told you how they were both Jewish, right? And then I talked about the Jewish concept of the Ein Sof. And the show was originally supposed to be called the Montauk, which connects to Sirius, actually. I'm not going to get into that here. So anyway, I showed you guys all of this in my decode earlier this year. But now we have the new episodes. And again, we have the bridge, right? The episode called The Bridge, right? So what is the reasoning for the bridge? Let us read. So here, let me just read this so you guys understand what's actually happening in the show. So we find out in the last episode yesterday that this was not really an upside down world at all. What is it? Well, let's see. The upside down was believed to be an ancient alternate dimension. However, in season 5, episode volume 2, the show's final mythology is revealed. Dustin Henderson discovers that Dr. Brenner's journals that the upside down is not a world itself, but an unstable wormhole or an interdimensional bridge. There you go, guys. The upside down is not a world, it's a bridge. What is it a bridge to, though? Well, look at this. The upside down is a bridge to the abyss. This is the true home of the Demogorgons and the Mind Flayer, and where Henry Creel, Vecna, is banished. When Eleven made psychic contact with the Demogorgon in 1983, she didn't just open a door, she inadvertently created the upside down by printing a copy of Hawkins into the wormhole connecting the Earth and abyss. The wormhole is held together by a sphere of exotic matter located at the upside down of Hawkins' lab. If this energy source is destroyed, the bridge and everything collapses into nothingness. Guys, I talked about this 5 months ago. I talked about nothingness, no thingness. Look, here's my slide from months ago. Well, I guess I don't have it here anymore. But the Ein Sof, okay? The Ein Sof is basically no thingness, formlessness. It's a void. It's a abyss. It's well, how's to say this? It's a world of potential. Okay? It's basically a world of unformed anything. Everything that can come out of it is formed, but it's a world of formlessness. It's an abyss. It's nothingness, okay? It's unknowable. There's no distinguishing it, okay? That's the point here. So why in the world is this show talking about an abyss and a bridge? Okay, so there's a bridge, there's an abyss, and there's the real world, right? That's the 3 parts of this show. Now let's go to the Kabbalah tree of life. All right, and let's read about Da'at. Yes, the name of the Sephiroth is Da'at. So, what is Da'at? Da'at is the point on the tree of knowledge which doesn't exist. Okay, but let's read about it. If I can find it here, hold on. Okay, I have it right here. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my mind here. All right, look at this. Da'at on this the tree of life. Okay. Let's read it. Okay. Da'at in Kabbalah is knowledge in the mystical state or concept, often appearing as an 11th hidden Sephirah. Guys, the 11th hidden Sephirah. Sephira. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I always get these words wrong. But look, 11th. Guys, who is the one who opens the bridge? Who is the one responsible for opening the bridge, right? It's 11. Let's just read this again back here. 11 is the one who opens the bridge that connects to the abyss, okay? In the show. Okay? And let's see. I'm so disorganized today, guys. I apologize. Anyways, Da'at is a mystical state or concept, often appearing as the 11th or hidden Sephirah on the tree of life, serving as a bridge unto higher wisdom and understanding into a unified experiential awareness that connects intellect with emotion, reality, and the divine. The bridge, Da'at, sits in the abyss. Huh. Are you kidding me, guys? How can this not be what they're saying? How can this not be what this is all about? How can it not? This is what they just revealed to us. Okay? This is what they just revealed to Casey, man, I don't want your input right now, please. You're always I get the Ein Sof is the unformed, which can be like an abyss. Okay? Anyways, the abyss is hold on. So anyway, Da'at is the bridge and the abyss in the Sephirah. And again, why it is the same. No thingness, no thing. Unformed. To me, that's the same thing. That's consciousness, my friend. Consciousness is unformed. It is pure potential. That's what this is all about, guys. It's the pure potential of anything to come into existence out of this abyss. That's what they're getting at. Okay, that's why in the show they're talking about being afraid of all these monsters that are coming out of this abyss. But the whole point is, in fact, if you watch this video, this lady, and I don't know if I can play this video right here, but no, you got it, Mick. You don't understand what I'm saying. An abyss is consciousness because consciousness is pure and therefore it is before form. Therefore, it is also the abyss. That's what you don't understand is the abyss that sits in the middle of the Sefer, in the middle of the tree of life is the Ein Sof. It's there in the center because it is the center of the whole thing. That's the point of the Kabbalah tree of life. That's what they don't tell you because that's what it is. And it's the transformation point is what they say here. But anyway, guys, the whole point of this whole spiel I'm going on is that they have clearly they're clearly using I'm just trying to say the difference between what I'm saying here is that no thingness. I'm not talking about nothing. There's no such thing as nothing. God is not nothing. I'm talking about no things, as in no distinguishing qualities, as in no borders. Okay? Before form, there's formless. And even in the Bible, it says that there's the formless and then there's the form. I'm not talking about nothing. You're misunderstanding what I mean. It's a very, very um what how should I say this? It's a very, very distinct difference. It's a very distinct difference. Like if you type in no thingness, right? Let's just see what I get. I'm just curious to see. No thingness is a philosophical spiritual concept distinguish itself from nothingness as a void. Because in reality, there cannot be nothingness. We don't live in a reality of nothingness. We're talking about no things, as in, yeah, without end. That's what I mean, is that there is no end, there's no borders. If there's no end, that means there's no borders, which means it's everything. The true reality cannot have borders, it cannot have form. So no, without end, it means no borders. There can only be one infinite. There can't be two infinites. Try to put two infinites in the same reality, and you're not going to have infinity anymore. It doesn't make sense conceptually, at least. And again, yeah, but okay. So I get what you're saying with the abyss possibly being nothing, right? So why do we need to have the bridge? Yeah, I just think there's a very, again, we could argue that all day, but I think I agree with you. It's just, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. So, but I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing completely. Again, if it's so hard to explain this concept because it's not like, again, here's a white paper, guys. Like this is, you could say this is a void. Right? You could say that this blank screen right now is a void. It doesn't have any lines. But is it really void? Or is it just pure potential? And what I mean by that is you could do anything with this blank piece of paper. Anything can come out of this. You could draw one line, you could draw 50 lines. You could draw a baby on here, you could draw a tree on here. You could draw anything on this blank slate. Anything can be potentially on here. Okay, it's a blank slate. It's a new beginning, so to see. Pure potential. So that's what I mean, is that there's no thingness. There's nothing here, but doesn't mean it's nothing. It means there's potential. That's not nothing. So if I draw something, let me just draw something. Let's see. This is a horrible example, but now we have two seemingly different circles here. I'm a horrible drawer with my pen here, but the point is now you've put a border, you've put lines, and you've divided two spaces here. So now you seemingly have the blank space behind, but you seemingly have some sort of border here. And this you would call a thing, right? You'd call this one thing, you call this another thing. So this is thing number one, and this is thing number two. There's your duality. But the real question is, where's the real duality at? Is that even exist? Or is this not on the same page, guys? Are these things really separate? Are these imaginary lines here really dividing you? Or are they just imagined? Is one really separate from two? Or are they both on the same slate? They both came out of the same void, or whatever you want to call it. That's why I believe they say, that's why I believe that they say that the da'at is not existing on the tree of life, right? Because they say that it's the mystical state. And right here it says the Sephiroth exist in their perfected state in the infinite sharing. So in this Sephiroth, the duat, the Sephiroth exist in their perfected state of sharing. And in this show, they're sharing things, guys. The characters are sharing their trials, right? The three Sephiroth of the left column that would receive and conceal the divine light instead share and reveal it. That's what I'm doing, guys. I'm sharing and revealing the divine light of God, of Christ. I'm not concealing it. I want to be a light for the world, right? Since all Sephiroth radiate in infinite self-giving divine light, it is no longer possible to distinguish one Sephir from another. Thus, they are one. And again, what is Vecna trying to do in the show? If you read, hold on. So the dimensional bridge and the abyss. Let's see. Hold on. Vecna's ultimate goal in Stranger Things 5 is to create a new world by physically merging our reality with the primordial dimension known as the abyss. Primordial dimension known as the abyss, okay? He's trying to merge the worlds into one. So if you go back over here to Da'at, it says, thus they are one. All of the other Sephiroths, it says right here, the three, hold on. In Da'at, all the Sephiroth exist in their perfect state of infinite sharing. So they all share the same state. They all share the same background, which is the white piece of paper. So object number one, me, shares the same background as object number two, you. We share that. We share that ultimate reality, which is God, which is Christ, which is the beginning of time. There is no time there. Okay? So that's the point. I don't want to go too much deeper into it. The point is that the Stranger Things show is clearly depicting this same concept of on the tree of life. Vecna's desire for a new world stems from his hatred for. See, this is like an evil version of that, I guess you could say. But is it really? I mean, do these people do this thing backwards? Do they make the villain actually the good guy, and then make everyone think that the good guys are the good guys? I don't know. Who knows? But by merging worlds, he believes he's restoring a natural order which sits at the top of the predator and ruler of all. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that there's more to this. Also, Aleister Crowley, crossing the abyss is a real esoteric occult concept in Thelema. It refers to a spiritual journey where an individual must cross a terrifying void or abyss to reach a higher state of consciousness. So there's that as well. There's the Aleister Crowley connection. But yeah, when you use a bridge, you use a bridge to cross something. So it makes sense that but it's funny that the da'at is also, a bridge and a abyss. Perhaps it's saying that the bridge sits in the abyss. Anyways, guys, let's start wrapping this up. I just wanted to really show that because I talked about this months ago with the Sephiroth and the Stranger Things, and then we get literally a perfect story that connects to this whole thing here, right? The bridge and the void, the abyss. So does anyone have anything else to add? Again, I don't want to be argumentative, but I think the point is that 11 is the one who opens the bridge, and the Da'at is considered kind of like the hidden 11th Sephiroth, right? Again, Da'at is the abyss connecting the higher intellect with the emotional. It's the point where all 10 Sephiroth unite. Think about the story of Stranger Things where 11 is the kind of like the glue that keeps them together, kind of in a way. She's the one that kind of, I don't know. But the 11 is important here because that's the name of the girl in the show. Yeah, that's a good point, Casey. The 11 is the 2, and the High Priestess is the card that sits over the abyss. Yeah, thank you to Migu 196. His channel name is Gematria Book. Make sure you guys, I don't know if you want to drop your channel link in here, man. Let me see if I can somebody drop his channel link in there so people can go subscribe? Also, Widow's Son. Widow's Son's channel. If you want to drop your channel as well, please. I just don't have time to go. I need to make a thing so I can drop all the channels so it's easier. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coffee Girl. Thank you to Casey Jones, Hard Chakra. He has a channel as well if you guys want to subscribe. He says Sunday will be 144 Venus years since the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, wow. Hold on. Is that true? Hold on. 1937. Oh, man. Absolutely. Guys, that's crazy. So the Golden Gate Bridge will turn 144 Venus years on Sunday, or on Saturday even. Saturday, Sunday. Thank you, Coffee Girl, for posting his channel. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Da'at, the name Da'at. Oh, yeah, I forgot to show you guys, but if you type in Da'at, look what it equals. Not only does it equal God, like 26, the same cipher, right? You see that? Da'at, 26, God, 26. But if you type in Da'at, it equals the name of the episode. It equals 106, which is the name of the episode that we just covered, the chapter 7, the bridge. If you type in the whole thing, it equals 106. So I thought that was interesting. Thank you for posting Widow's Son's channel as well. But yeah, if you guys also want to check out this girl's video, she explains the da'at, and it goes perfectly with what I just told you. So that's that. Yeah, and tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna do releasing a video, I guess, about this 16:8 or this 13:18 thing, the mark of the beast thing. Um, guys, I mean, like, if you guys were here live during that's mind blowing. And thank you to Widow's Son for that, because he told me about that, but I completely forgot about that. So I'm glad he was here to bring it up. Thank you to Switzerland. I appreciate you. Widow's Son says Apollyon the Destroyer, Kali the Destroyer. Yeah, exactly. Apollyon, the King of the Abyss. Oh wow, that's a. Oh man, wow, that's good. So the King of the Abyss is Vecna, right? Like in the show. Anyway, guys, I'll be releasing that video hopefully tomorrow or something. I have to get the videos together, but please stay tuned for that because you guys are not going to want to miss those clips and then the connection I'm going to make. Again, shout out to Widow's Son. Yeah, something maybe with CERN as well, right? Thank you to Joseph Aquaviva. Much love to you, brother. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Joseph's channel. He hasn't posted in a while, but all right, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. I will see you guys back here in the next day or so with some more decodes. Yeah, let's keep our eyes out for the new year and we'll see what happens. But man, it seems like a lot of stuff going on. So, all right, guys. God bless you all. Sending much love to you all. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and evening. Stay safe out there in all the crazy weather. And I will see you guys very soon for another decode. God bless.